It is not an exaggeration that this ship could change the PvP ecosystem in EVE Online forever. The Cenotaph is a cloaky battle cruiser built to take out anything in its path. By the end of this vid, we're going to show you how to sneak up and overtake ships much larger than yourself. So if you want the best EVE guides, you came to the right place. Ladies and gentlemen, Loru here, digital advertiser, content creator, and EVE enjoyer. For the better part of 10 years now, and this is an incredible looking ship. Look at it. I think I see the body of a vulture combined with the wing from a tornado with a couple other ships intermingled, all like smushed together with a bunch of wires and pipes coming out of it. Ugh, God, it looks like a Reaver ship. CCP Games, well done. Might be one of the best looking ships they've ever made. The vibes, mwah, they are immaculate, y'all. Look at this. The Cenotaph is going to be your worst nightmare, popping up unannounced due to its covert ops cloaking device. Yes, a battle cruiser with covert ops. Oh no, bro, I'm in danger. That's all of us. It's all of us. We're in danger. Okay. They also sport the brand new Breacher Pod launcher. Yes, these are damage over time effect modules. First ever in EVE Online, literally sends a boarding party from your ship onto the enemy ship, and they like take it over from within. We're gonna have a full breakdown on breacher pods and all the things in our Revenant full patch notes guide. Sub for that, it's coming out soon. What we could talk about right now is this. These are incredibly deadly additions to EVE Online. The dot these apply works if someone warps off or is tethered, and yes, if your ship dies. The dot just keeps on ticking. You can acquire the blueprint for the breacher pods, the ship, and all the skills therein at Zarzak, the appropriate vendor. Just be careful going in and out of Zarzak. My goodness, there's gonna be so many gankers there looking to get these new items from you. Maybe watch some of our hauling videos to get those good tips, huh? And now for the part you're all here for, baby, the fits. Now I got a few of them for you with a couple surprises, so stick around for all of them, okay? Each of these fits is gonna be in the description. Follow the link, it takes 2 clicks. Totally free. Enjoy, take the research time I spent, and use it to make better fits yourself. Now before we go any further, this first fit has 1800 DPS unheated. Y'all, we haven't started yet. It's ridiculous. If you heat these guns and these missiles, we go up to 1900. Can you believe this? You cannot overheat the breacher pods, but this already is nuts and puts it at a top tier. The problem with this DPS is the bulk of it is going to come from the breacher pod itself. The turrets are number 2, then the missiles, then the drones. We're going to talk about drones later. And the breacher pod's full damage takes place over 70 seconds, meaning a minute and change to do the full damage. Now the breacher does have a range of 11k, much further than its little brother, the Tholos. The heavy assault missiles are within 17. This is going to be the farthest range, but less damage than the turrets. Use these to chase if needed. Then finally, we have auto cannons within 13. So as long as you're within 11, you're good for all 3 of these to be live. That's it for the highs. Oh, of course, the covert ops cloak on a battle cruiser. On a battle cruiser. On a battle cruiser. Y'all, when I'm mining on one of my retrievers solo, and this large lad uncloaks, locks me down, and even if I get away, its dot is going to do 760 damage times 70. What's that? Let's get out the almighty calculator. 70 times 760. 67,000 damage. When I told you we were in trouble, I wasn't joking, okay? And before we talk about the mids, because there's so much to talk about, let's talk about the lows and the rigs first. Now we have 2 DPS modules, 2 gyro stabs that pump up our turrets. I don't think there's any DPS modules for the breacher pod, so we go for the number 2, which is the turret. And a single damage control. We don't have a lot of lows, and this one module is going to take us from 55 EHP up to 69. Nice. 1000 EHP. 14,000 more with just a single module is nothing to scoff at. I think that's literally the entire EHP of the Tholos in one move. The rigs are similar. We're going to have 1 EM reinforcer to close that EM hole. Without this, we go down to 39%. With it, we're up to 58. And of course, we have 1 field extender, further pushing our base shield HP from 13 up to almost 16. Now, I like running a single semiconductor memory cell here. We have a lot of different modules going, and because we have a micro warp drive, without this, your capacitor is going to go down in 3 minutes, and this gives you an extra minute and a half. I'll take it. Feel free to change out the rigs if you need. I like more capacitor just to make sure that my options are open. And speaking of options, let's talk about the mids, y'all. The easiest one is the tank. A single shield hardener combined with one large shield extender is going to take our EHP from 51 up to 69,000 with everything else combined. I do think you need more tank in the mids here. You need to have some tank to survive the various hit and run tactics you're going to be running into. Since we are a PvP ship, we're going to lock stuff down with one web and one disruptor. The disruptor has a further range, which works better with these longer guns. Feel free to put on a scram if you want, no problems there. We are going to run an MWD go 1260 unheated. Guys, that's pretty nuts, right? A battle cruiser going that fast. What is this, a Kisreel? And heated, we're going 1800 in this bad boy. So you can use covert ops to creep on up, lock them down, and if they happen to try to get away, just chase them down anyway. But what if they jump super far away from you? Oh, I got you covered there too. Here's the medium micro jump drive. You've seen us feature this before. It lets you blip 100 km away from your current position. But this gets super silly when you think about the covert ops cloak. Follow me here. If someone locks you and then you blip away, they will most likely unlock you, letting you activate your covert ops cloak, warp to a safe, reposition, etc. Letting your dot continue to tick, wait the 70 seconds, come back and hit him again. I can't wait to take this thing out. We will have that stream. Sub for that. It's gonna be a good time. And finally, this is a battle cruiser, so we do want to run a single sensor booster. This combined with a script is going to give you 440 scan res, up from a base 275. You almost double your scan resolution. This is going to let you lock on to those little ships much faster. You can also load this up with ECM scripts to help you resist various ECM modules. Now we do have a pretty big drone bay as well. It's right here. We're going to be able to fit 10 medium drones. I got 5 DPS drones and 5 web drones. The DPS drones are self-explanatory, 130 DPS. With no other modules, that's nothing to scoff at. I am running web drones just because I want to lock down those smaller ships, but feel free to use EC300 drones there. I'm going to test out that slot and see what I think is better. And all of this is going to give you a 70k EHP, 1800 DPS unheated, fast moving 1200 MS, micro jump, sensor boosted, lock 'em down, breacher pod, covert op, one of the best sub-capital ships. I'm calling it right here, y'all, the Cenotaph. Cenotaph? I keep wanting to call this like the Cenomath or the Cenopath. My dyslexia does not like the name of the ship. The point is, this might be one of the best ships in EVE Online literally today, right now. Goodness gracious, the fit is in the description for you. Easy copy paste, 2 clicks, totally free, check it out. But that's not all. We got 2 other fits for you, and I want to give you some value before we dive into those. Y'all, we recently hit 18,000 YouTube subs, and I want to say thanks. And as you know, we're EVE partners. That means the devs give me skins to give to you. Thanks again, CCP Games. We're going to be giving 10 skins to the watchers of this video. Each skin is worth hundreds of millions of ISK. This is in addition to the giveaway we're doing on our Tholos video. So go check that out and see how to enter in both. Double the chances, double the winnings, huh? In order to enter in, you got to do these 3 things. First, you got to be subscribed to the YouTube channel. Our last giveaway was for an avalanche, 3 billion plus ISK, and a couple of you missed out because you weren't subbed but followed the rest of the steps. My bot knows if you're not subbed, so don't miss out, huh? Second thing you got to do is type in the comments, upgrade my look. Y'all, if you sell the skin or use it regardless, we're gonna upgrade your look, huh? Third thing you have to do in that same comment is put your in-game name. You gotta know who the heck to send the contract to. You do those 3 things, and you'll be eligible to win a couple 100 million ISK. 10 of you from this video, 10 of you from the Tholos video. Go enter both, y'all. It's my way of saying thanks for 18,000 subs. Thanks so much, y'all. Let's get back to the fits. Now, this is a battle cruiser. That means you can fit command bursts. And indeed, the Ceno does get that standard command burst area of effect range bonus. So I took out 1 missile launcher. They do less damage than the guns, for a single skirmish command burst. And I slapped in a rapid deployment charge. This pushes our micro warp drive from 1200 MS to just shy of 15. But heated, we're gonna go 2k MS. And you get to do this to your entire fleet. So y'all, if you've got a bunch of these flying around breacher potting, you can swap in shields command bursts. You can have another guy doing interdiction maneuvers. This raises the range of your webs and your disruptors up from 24k on the disruptor to a much better 29. That's nothing to scoff at, and of course it works for the whole fleet. So mix and match the command bursts with your fellow EVE enjoyers. We've also added a little bit more tank to ensure that you survive longer, since you're going to be the backbone of your fleet, most likely. Now, I saw how fast this thing goes, and I thought to myself,
how fast can we make this thing go?
Is it possible that we could surpass warp speed and indeed go Plaid? Ladies and gentlemen, with a full rack of lows kitted out, with overdrive injectors, with a rig, auxiliary thruster, and with skirmish command fitting rapid deployment, we go 2,000 unheated in the Cenotaph. And we go 28 heated. Why is so fast though, dude? And I've got one more thing to increase the memes. If you are also rocking full high-grade snake implants, which make your base speed go even faster, you end up going 2,500 ms unheated and 3,600 just shy heated. What have I done? Where's Jeff Goldblum? Don't tell him where I am. He's gonna lecture me. All this while still doing 1,500 DPS with a covert ops cloak and 6,300 EHP. So listen to me. If some of you want to zip by your opponent, throw out a dot, and keep motoring, and before they realize what happened, you're at the next planet, enjoy that fit, huh? All those fits are in the description. 2 clicks, totally free. Enjoy. Here's our other vid on the Tholos. Go check it out. Enter in that giveaway too. Got some surprises for you there as well. And sub for more Revenant content. We got a bunch of scripts currently being written. When I tell you there's going to be an entire playlist dedicated to the Revenant expansion. So much has changed, all good things. Thanks again for 18K, y'all. We'll see ya in the next video.